We've heard about Blizzard far too often recently. Far too often we've heard about this group of individuals at this company. Well, guess what? Blizzard is committed to dealing with abuse and harassment. We thought it wasn't true. We thought that, you know, they just let their employees get sexually harassed. They treat their employees like shit. Well, guess what, guys? That's not the case anymore. Blizzard does care about that stuff. And they care about it so much, they're removing /spit from the Burning Crusade client whenever targeting another player. That's right. That's right. Blizzard does care about harassment. They do care about these things, and that's why they changed it. And here's what I think is kind of funny about this. Well, there's a lot of things that I think are funny about this, but out of all the problems that they have identified with, their company, out of all the problems that I've identified with this thing, the one group of people that they really go out of their way to protect first, even after they couldn't even figure out how to get all of the Alex Afrasabi fucking characters out of the game. They couldn't even figure that out. But the one thing they could do is get rid of /spit. And here's the way I look at it, right? Is that guess which decision, guess which group of people makes them money? Storm Mount Andes. Storm Mount Andes are the ones that make them the fucking money. That's what it is, because that's the ones they're protecting. They're protecting the whales. These are the whale watchers, man. Fucking exactly. No, I really mean it. Like, this is the one group of people. They don't protect their female employees. They don't protect their customer service people. They don't protect women that play the game that get constantly stalked by weirdos in the game. They don't really cooperate with the authorities unless, like, explicit threats are made in terms of stalking, etc. They don't do any of these things. And you know why? Because these things don't make them any fucking money. But the moment that you sit there and you fuck with their money, you fuck with the opportunity that they have to milk their fucking dying player base out of just a few more little fucking cents, suddenly they're changing the game in order for you not to spit on people, as if that's fucking any different. Swipe or no swiping. Yes, that's what they care about. That's what matters to them. And it's just so fucking sad, isn't it? It's just, are they going to get rid of the other ones? No, because obviously they're doing it as a response to people spitting on players for the storm out, okay? This is one change they're doing that makes them money. It's pathetic, in my opinion, because the reality is, like, the way I look at it is that I never thought the spitting thing was bad. I genuinely don't think that it's bad. I think that people that complained about it were pussies. The reality is there's a lot of people out there that don't want to have microtransactions in their old fucking game. Like, this is supposed to be like a fucking old game that's supposed to be one thing, and everybody knows what it is because they played it back then. Like, if you act like spitting on somebody is like harassment, why is it okay to harass somebody in Burning Crusade? Or why can you not harass people in Burning Crusade, but you can in Retail WoW? So you can't harass people in Burning Crusade exclusively? So if it's harassment, they should remove it entirely. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's stupid. Wonder why there isn't a Storm Mount already? Oh, I'm sure there will be. Here's what I think Blizzard will do. This is how they can redeem themselves, in my opinion. Is that what I think would be really funny, and I made a tweet about this, is if Blizzard sold the ability to spit on players in Burning Crusade back to the players as a microtransaction for the same price as the Storm Mount. If they sold it right back to them, to where, like, if you want to spit on players, you have to spend the fucking money as well. That, in my opinion, like, that is so just bald. That is just so shameless that if they did that, I would commend them. I would be proud. I would be like, yes, this is a big dick move, okay? It is a bald fucking, it 100% is. What's this here? You can't type the N-word in Retail, but you can in Classic. Well, you can't take their only word away from them, right? I mean, if you take the N-word away from Classic players, what else do they have? What, like doxing? Like, that's about it. I mean, DDoSing? I mean, it's not a whole lot that they've got left, okay? So, yeah, listen, Classic players, you know, they've had the walls closing in on them for a while, and I'm really glad to see Blizzard holding the line with not blacklisting the N-word, okay? It's just, you know, really good to see that they really care about these kinds of things. And back then, you were able to blacklist words too, by the way. It's still the same thing. And so, yeah, anyway, N-word isn't offensive, but yes, they removed the... Wait a second. They removed /spit, but they didn't remove the N-word. I mean, like, what is this? What is this? This is... These are the things that they care about. How much should they charge for them to remove the blacklist on the N-word too? Like, this is the way these people, it's a clown world. Yeah, it's gotta be a clown world. Like, I don't know what else to say. You know what? I've thought about this, right? Defending people who purchase their collector's edition and boost, but yeah, they're not gonna defend people that are using the racial slurs, right? It's crazy to me. And it just, the thing is, to me, it's like if they have a laissez-faire approach to it, and this is the way that Blizzard has always had. So this is the problem whenever you begin doing the excessive moderation, and this is always the issue that it runs into, is that whenever you have a laissez-faire, which is like, anybody doesn't know what that means, it's basically like fucking do whatever you want, unless it's like super, 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 super bad, right? So like posting people's personal addresses, telling people are gonna kill them, you know, that kind of stuff. Everything else is like, yo, just say whatever you want, do whatever you want, just don't be crazy, don't break the law, basically. So this is the approach that Blizzard used to have. It was. And they would ban you if they reported you, if some people reported you, but it was usually like a slap on the wrist. It was like 24 hours, and that was about it. And over time, Blizzard has tried to moderate this more. They have tried to invest more and try to like over moderate. And what they run into is these exact problems where you are banning one thing like this, but not something else. It's absolutely fucking crazy to me. It's nuts. Someone at Blizzard is for sure fucking with us at this point. I think that, in my opinion, like, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I don't care what happens in Burning Crusade. In my opinion, the second that they added a storm out and a boost to Burning Crusade, the game was dead to me. That's the truth. It was dead to me. Like, like, this is not the game I played back whenever I was a kid. This is not what it was. This is just some bullshit that you've tried to make money out of. And I played the game. I love Burning Crusade. I'll even play it nowadays, right? I'll play Tier 5. I'll play Tier 6. I'll play Sunwell. And I'll even look forward to it, to be honest. I will. But the reality is that it's not the same experience. And it's not the same thing that it used to be. And it's very obvious to me that it's a cash grab. They're just incompetent and greedy. Oh, I don't think they're malicious either. I don't think that they want people to say the N-word, okay? Like, I don't think that they're like, wow, well, now that they... now we'll have everybody saying the N-word in our game. No, that's not what it is, okay? It's clearly not what it is. However, I do think that they are incompetent. And at a certain point, incompetence and maliciousness is the same thing. And I feel like that's about where we're at. What a devious little plan. Yes, exactly. And it's just fucking crazy, man. Yeah, they're just completely incompetent. Blizzard, the original clown college. I mean, honestly, I feel like these guys are in clown graduate school at this point. It's pretty fucking impressive. Now, anyway, I want to look at some other stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a few minutes. Basically, Blizzard removes the spit emote in Burning Crusade. Obviously, toxicity is solved. There's not like, you can't use /cringe. You can't just keep kicking people out of groups with the store mounts, etc. And so to me, here's the way I look at it. Is that each individual player that buys one of those things, that buys that mount, is actively saying, I don't care about the authentic classic experience. By riding that mount in the game, you say, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me, and it's irrelevant. And you are actively working against the interests of every other person on that server that's there to have an authentic classic experience. And if you think that I'm gonna turn my nose up and act like I'm too good to spit on somebody who's actively doing that, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm a bit of an asshole. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but I am. And I have no problem doing that. I have no problem doing that kind of stuff. And the player base, the thing is, this is the reality, is that That actually makes change. And you know how I know it makes change? Because Blizzard is removing the emote. It was working. Obviously it was working, or they wouldn't have removed it. That clearly had an effect, and people were clearly upset about it, and because they were upset about it, it was clearly serving its purpose. So unfortunately, some people were mad, and you know, it's unfortunate, but fuck them. They're pussies. A lot of these people just want to, they want to defend this kind of bullshit like this so they can get brownie points for Blizzard. But nowadays, nobody's talking about that anymore because the company's going down in flames. You boosted as well, my dude? Yeah, and I deleted the fucking character, right? Like, I hate to tell you guys this, but do I want to break the fourth wall? Guys. Would The Last Jedi have been a good Star Wars movie if The Empire Strikes Back didn't happen? You have to have the bad moments, and you have to create a narrative. I knew that whenever I was making a character, I was going to delete it. That's why I never geared it out or leveled it. I did it because I thought it would be funny. I planned it a month in advance. That's why I never did anything with the character. I knew that we were going to do the charity event. I planned it out all the way until then. It is what it is. It's not necessarily like I knew that it was going to happen. It's more that I was expecting something to happen, and I was pretty much creating a situation to where it would work out in the future. Listen, scripted content. Guys, look, what can I say? I'm a showman. I love to put on a show. And guess what? People love the show. So who gives a fuck? Trust is gone. Exactly. Everything's fake. Nothing's real. This behind you is a set. Okay? There's a giant fucking mansion right behind this house, and that's where I actually live. And the fucking, well, it depends on which Lamborghini you're talking about. But the yellow one is parked in front of the fucking, the garage with the fountain in the middle of it, okay? That's being taken care of by my butlers. Yeah, you guys know what's going on. It was all fake right from the beginning, guys.